In this season of The Big Talk, you are going to have access to the most incredible speakers who recently performed at the virtual showcase, which is the culmination of the Big Talk Academy, my 12-week signature speaker training. Be sure to watch every single one of these speakers in this series because they are all equally as inspiring, entertaining, and powerful. And by sharing their important messages, they can change and even save a life. Enjoy. Coming to you from Austria, Britta Lorenz is a businesswoman serving as an executive leader and business consultant, and she's done this for nearly 2 decades. She is passionate about bringing humans together, leads the DOC chapter of Women in Sales Enablement, and is the creator of the Clear Framework for Leadership. She is a mentor, advisor, and executive coach. Please welcome to the stage Britta Lorenz with Closing the Gap Between Technology and Humans to Build Strong Connections.
Anybody over the age of 30 remembers this sound. There was a time before Wi-Fi, Google, and smartphones. I received the Walkman as my 10th birthday present. It was my introduction to technology. The first tape I played was David Hasselhoff's Looking for Freedom. I listened to it nonstop. 3 years later, I got a Game Boy. I can still remember the day my sister and I caught our mom playing with it. She was stuck at level 184 of Tetris and forgot to feed us lunch. When I was 19, I got my first cell phone with buttons, not a smartphone. I kept it in my backpack turned off because I was afraid it would call someone on its own and waste all my free minutes. In the late 90s, my family got our first computer with an internet connection. I had moved overseas to pursue my dream of studying abroad, and my parents and I needed a way to stay connected. Even though we were thousands of miles apart, separated by the ocean, the internet allowed us to share in this new experience. This was the very first time I realized the meaningful impact at the intersection of technology and humanity. For nearly 2 decades, I am combining technology processes and humans to bring them together. As humans have evolved, our emotional abilities developed too. Throughout these changes, communication has been central to the human experience. It is the foundation for all our relationships. Our ways to communicate evolved from cave paintings, smoke signals, and symbols to modern forms. Technology helps us to navigate our busy, overscheduled lives. It is powerful, and there is no doubt we have grown more connected through time. Being connected does not mean we are building genuine relationships. In fact, we are feeling further and further apart. We perceive the digital world as cold. Our body language and nonverbal communications, 2 crucial components of messaging between humans, are mostly missing. Can we put all the blame on the shoulders of technology? How can we close the gap between the two? 14 years ago, I experienced the scariest moment of my life. I was a young mom. Emma was 3, Elias just turned 1. One evening, I got this weird feeling. To make sure everything was okay, I went to the kids' bedroom and found Elias blue-faced, struggling for air. Panicking, I called for help. The first responder instantly connected with me. She got me to focus on my tasks, and I was calm and able to support my son until the ambulance arrived. The entire conversation was by phone. Over the course of the next hour, I went through a variety of emotions. My son and I were at the hospital. The doctor and his team did their job, yet no one came to talk to me. There was no connection, no interaction, neither sympathy nor empathy, nothing. I got ignored. In roughly 90 minutes, I uncovered the warm digital as the first responder guided me by phone versus the cold analog while in person at the hospital. So often we expect the opposite. This situation made it clear. Creating a meaningful impact is not limited to the analog world. It also revealed that the perceived gap between technology and humans is just an illusion, and we cannot solely blame technology for feeling lonely and even isolated. Technology cannot learn complex thinking, creativity, or empathy, no matter how much data we feed it. Because we can, one of our superpowers is our ability to build connections and relationships. Years ago, I went on leave to care for one of my kids. When I finally returned to work, I sent an I am back message to my colleagues and customers. In response to my email, I got this reply from a customer, and it went straight to my heart. We had never met in person, yet these few lines created an emotional connection, a long-lasting friendship that lives on today. It is that simple. An automated email would have felt cold and impersonal. The warmth in this message felt real and genuine. The gap between technology and humanity disappeared, as did the distance between the two of us. Every single person in this room has used technology to connect, to engage and communicate with others. Whether we interact digitally or analog, the critical elements of humanity will never change. It might not be obvious, but it is simple. The change starts with you and every single one of us. Too many of us walk around staring at our phones and gadgets. Use it wisely and create a meaningful impact when connecting with others. History tells us that our survival as a species can be greatly attributed to the emotional bonds we form with one another. No matter how far we evolve or technology advances, we must stay true to our need for personal connection. I challenge you to be raw, open, and real, to build strong connections. Now is the time. It is simple. It works. It is your choice. Step up and embrace the gifts of humanity. Close the gap between technology and humans to stay connected.
If you desire to be on the virtual showcase stage, hop on over to thebigtalkacademy.com and register now for my 12-week signature speaker training, where you can become certified by the Big Talk Academy and perform on my virtual showcase stage. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscription button and notification bell, and definitely share your thoughts in the comments. I will respond to each and every one of you. Big love.